Hey fam, welcome back to the channel. Today's story is a powerful reminder of one simple truth. Always be kind, not because you know what someone is going through, but because you don't. Damien Carter had lost his legs and nearly lost his faith in people. Everyone saw his wheelchair, but one girl saw his heart. While others faked love for money, Elena chose kindness without expecting anything back. And guess what? That kindness changed everything. So before we dive into this emotional roller coaster, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more real, raw, and unforgettable stories. Now, let's get into it. Damien Carter had once been the life of every room. At just 25, he was brilliant, charming, and athletic until the accident. Now bound to a wheelchair, he stayed locked in his room, his once vibrant spirit buried beneath bitterness and heartbreak. What hurt most wasn't the loss of his legs, it was the pity in people's eyes. Worse, the woman he loved had left him the moment he could no longer walk. Outside, his mother, Mrs. Grace Carter, stood by the large bay window of their mansion, gazing at the trimmed hedges and flower beds. Her heart ached for her only child. "Damien," she said softly, stepping into his room. "If it's about another therapist or prayer circle, I'm not in the mood." Damien muttered without looking up. "No," she replied, sitting beside him. "I've made a decision. I'm inviting 4 young women to live with us for a few weeks. I want you to talk to them, get to know them. Maybe one of them will see you." "Not the chair." Damien let out a bitter laugh. "So now I'm some kind of prize on a dating show?" "Please, just try," she pleaded. "One of them might love you for who you truly are." "I doubt that. No one wants a broken man." But Grace Carter had already made the arrangements. 2 weeks later, 4 young women arrived at the Carter estate, each with their own agenda. There was Brielle, light-skinned, fashionable, and from a wealthy family, chasing even greater riches. Vanessa, poised and elegant, wanted fame and saw Damien as a shortcut to the spotlight. Nina, beautiful but sharp-tongued, saw men as wallets waiting to be emptied. And then there was Elena, modest, soft-spoken, from a humble background. Her younger brother had a serious heart condition, and her dream was to earn enough money to save him. Grace greeted them warmly. "My son Damien will be around. I want you to get to know him, but let your actions be sincere. This house watches more than your words." That evening, Damien rolled into the living room. He said nothing, just scanned the girls with cold, hard eyes. "He's cute, but his attitude is trash," Brielle whispered. Damien turned sharply. "Because I didn't invite any of you here." The girls blinked. "You see a mansion and think you can fake your way into a ring and a bank account? Don't bother. I'll make sure you all leave before the 2 weeks are up." Vanessa tried to smile. "We just want to know you. Save it. You don't want me. You want what I represent." Only Elena said nothing. She met his glare with quiet eyes, then walked away. From that night, Damien made things difficult. He ignored them, disrupted dinners, and made sarcastic remarks. Yet Elena remained steady, helping the chef in the kitchen, watering the garden, and greeting him kindly whenever he passed. One morning, he greeted her back without realizing. She had never flinched, never faked, just calm, real kindness. It confused him. It moved him. And somewhere deep inside Damien Carter, a wall began to crack. The girls woke up to an unexpected announcement. The housekeeper handed them gloves, boots, and small hose. "What's all this?" Vanessa asked, frowning at the muddy gear. "Mr. Damien says all ladies staying here must spend an hour every morning working in the garden. No makeup, no phones, just soil and sweat." "What?" Brielle screeched. "We're not farmers." "This is a joke, right?" Nina asked, her nails glittering in the sunlight. Damien rolled up beside them, calm and direct. "No joke. If you want to stay, you work. Otherwise, the gate's right there." They grumbled all the way to the garden, their designer sandals sinking into the mud. Elena quietly took off her slippers and stepped in barefoot. One of the farmers handed her seeds and she smiled. "You don't mind this?" Damien asked, watching from a distance. "I grew up like this," she replied. "Hard work doesn't scare me." That afternoon, the mansion buzzed again. Mrs. Carter summoned the girls to the grand sitting room, her gold jewelry sparkling beneath the chandelier. "I brought you here to help my son find love," she began, eyes sweeping across the room. "Initially, I planned to reward the girl who truly touches his heart with 10 million naira." The girls gasped. Even Elena raised an eyebrow. "But now I've changed my mind," Grace continued. "The prize is 50 million naira, and I'll also open a business in your name." Nina nearly choked on her excitement. 50 million? "Yes," Grace confirmed. "But listen closely. Damien is not a project. He is a human being with emotions. If you want that reward, earn his heart genuinely." That night, the competition turned ruthless. Vanessa cooked Damien's favorite meal and served it wearing a tight red dress. "I made it just for you," she whispered, leaning close. Damien moved her hand off his arm. "Trying to buy love with chicken stew? No thanks." The next evening, Nina entered his study in a silk robe and heavy perfume. "You're a man. I'm a woman. Why not enjoy life?" Damien wheeled back slowly. "You're cheap. Leave." Even Brielle tried, fake crying in his room. "Please, just let me hold you." "I'm not a comfort toy," Damien said. "Get out." Only Elena stayed her course, helping the cook, greeting staff, reading quietly in corners. Her actions were silent but sincere. Linda, boiling with jealousy, devised a plan. She walked into Elena's room with cupcakes and balloons. "Surprise, it's my birthday." "Oh, wow, happy birthday." Elena smiled. "Just you and me tonight. A small celebration." Linda poured 2 glasses of wine. "Come on, live a little." "I don't drink. 1 sip won't kill you." Elena finally relented and took a few sips. Her head grew light. She giggled uncontrollably, not realizing Linda had placed her phone on record. "Tell me the truth," Linda said sweetly. "Why are you really here?" Elena, swaying, whispered, "The money. I need it for my little brother. He's sick. I don't love Damien, but I like him." Linda's grin widened as she turned off the phone. The next morning, dressed to impress, she handed her phone to Mrs. Carter. "Listen to what your sweet Elena really said." Grace played the recording. Her face fell. Even the one she thought was different had lied. Mrs. Carter sat in her room, playing the recording over and over. Elena's voice echoed, "I came for the money. I don't love Damien." Her heart shattered. Moments later, Damien entered. "You called me?" She handed him the phone, eyes heavy with betrayal. "Listen." Damien played the recording. Silence filled the room. He stood frozen. "No," he said quietly. "This can't be right. She's not like that." "You need to stop believing in fairy tales," Grace snapped. "You're trusting someone who admitted to using you." "You brought this circus into my life," Damien shouted. "You turned love into a game and now you're angry it's messy?" Grace's voice cracked. "I was trying to help you. I never asked for this." The room trembled with silence. Then Damien turned to the door. "I need to hear it from her." Outside in the garden, Elena sat beneath a jacaranda tree, holding her little brother's drawing. Her eyes were red from crying. "Elena," Damien called. She turned, surprised. "Damien, did you say it?" His voice was low. "What I heard on that recording, is it true?" Elena stood slowly. I did, but not the way it sounds." He waited. "Linda came to my room, said it was her birthday. She brought wine. I barely drink. I had a few sips and everything got hazy. I said I came for the money. And it's true. At first, for my brother." Damien's jaw clenched. "But things changed. I saw you. The real you. Not the chair, not the anger. I didn't come here for love, Damien. But I found it." He looked into her eyes, conflicted. "You said you didn't love me. I said I liked you, and even drunk I couldn't lie. I could never fake love to you." He turned away. "I'm disappointed, Elena." Her heart broke. Damien, please." But he was already gone. Back inside, Elena's sorrow turned to fire. She stormed into Linda's room. "You evil witch!" Linda glanced up, smug. "Finally found your voice? You set me up." You got me drunk. You recorded me. Linda stood, arms crossed. And I won. Don't blame me because you were too naive to see the game. I came for the money, yes. But I stayed because I saw a man who deserved love. You came only to steal. Exactly, Linda said proudly. And guess what? I'm still getting that money. But that night the story flipped. Damien gathered everyone in the living room. I have something to confess. They stared. I'm not broke. I never was. I pretended to lose everything to see who would stay when there was nothing left. Linda's face went pale. I also began walking again weeks ago, Damien added, rising slowly to his feet. The wheelchair was part of the test. Gasps filled the room. Mrs. Carter stepped forward. And by the way, Linda, your little theft attempt, we caught it all on camera. Linda dropped to her knees. No, please. Get out, Mrs. Carter said coldly. Later, Damien found Elena in the garden again. He stood tall this time. No chair. I'm sorry, he said. I should have trusted you. Elena smiled through tears. I forgave you long before you asked. He knelt down. Marry me. Yes, she whispered. 3 months later, they would enjoy. 9 months after that, Elena gave birth to a baby girl. Joy. Love had won. And greed, thrown out with the lies it rode in on.